Ladies, can we have some real talk for a second? I know that we all love to be superstars and that shining star in the company and be the know all, be all. But sometimes, just sometimes, a little constructive criticism doesn't hurt. Now, I know that we love to be able to showcase our talents and our expertise, and I am all behind it. But every now and then you run into someone who knows just a little bit more than you do, and that's okay. It doesn't make you less than. I'm of the mindset that we can learn from everybody. There's always something to learn from every experience. However, I've run into a segment of women, my sisters, who automatically get offended and jump on the defense when they perceive someone is trying to one up them or tell them what to do. I had such an incident, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But in this ever evolving landscape, in this weird kind of space that we live in right now, I think it's very important to have somebody pour into you. I love being able to pour into other people, and I love it even more when people can pour into me. I know a lot about a lot of things, but I don't know everything. So anything that I can learn, I welcome it with open arms. I think it all depends on the delivery. So in this episode, I want to talk a little bit about how we can be more responsible for our personal growth by tempering our attitudes and expectations a little bit. But first, ask yourself two questions. When another woman tries to help you straighten your crown, do you feel the need to be offended? And if so, why? Welcome back to another episode of Mogul Chicks Chat. I'm your host, Adrienne Graham. I'm the CEO and proud founder of Mogul Chicks, and that's Chicks with an X. I am a serial entrepreneur and a self-made businesswoman who is a strategic business growth advisor, talent management strategist, published author, mentor, investor, and podcast host. Mogul Chicks helps female founders grow and scale profitable, job-creating companies and eventually get them investment ready. We also help groom them into dynamic leaders and CEOs and build legacy wealth in the process. Mogul Chicks is a mindset, a way of life, if you will, and a blueprint for female founders who want to build a legacy of wealth and a generational business empire. We provide strategic business growth solutions and a platform for resources, mentoring, networks, education, and media that shares our stories. Our mission is to take your company from flat to profit generating to job creating to investment ready. My personal mission is to help you build and run a better company, reimagine the way you do business, and build lasting wealth. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you tag Mogul Chicks using the hashtag Mogul Chicks Chat on social media. Make sure you rate the show and leave a comment. It helps people find us. Share the love, share the love. All right, let's get into it. So today, actually before I recorded this podcast, I had an incident on Threads. So there was a young lady who had mentioned that she was having some struggles in hiring. Actually, what she said was that she was looking to hire an executive assistant, and the details that she put out and the instruction that she put out was not being followed. She said she needed someone who was the consummate expert, the consummate professional, and someone who can hit the ground running. Well, I responded to her and I said, if you need any help, I'm your girl. I can help you find some good talent. So another young lady who her profile had no picture and it said content creator, she responded and it looked like she was responding to me and said, oh, hey, can I apply? So immediately I'm like, okay, I wasn't the one that made the post, but I'm sure you could reach out to her. But if you don't have exclusive EA experience, I would suggest not even applying, but good luck. So she responds back, with all due respect, when people start like that, they're about some bull. With all due respect, you let her tell me whether or not I can apply. I don't need you to tell me, or you don't need to tell me what I need to apply for. And I caught myself. My Bronx chick almost came out, but I said, you know what? I'm a professional. I can't, get crazy. I got to practice what I preach. But I responded back. I said, wow, that was really nasty and no need to do that. It bothered me because, one, this young lady had no indication that that's what she did as an executive assistant. Number two, if you're a content creator and you have no image, no content, no nothing, how are you applying for anything? And number three, how dare you snap at someone who was just trying to clarify that in case you was talking to this person, that it wasn't her. And, but good luck anyway, this is what the person is looking for. I run into this a lot with us sisters, and some of you are going to get mad at me, but listen, y'all know I keep it real and raw in here. I'm a black woman and Latina woman, and I know I could be spicy and have an attitude and all that good stuff. But listen, honey, when you're trying to grow a business, first of all, that's not a flex. Okay. The attitude gets you alienated. Okay. And if you're looking for a job and you're doing this kind of behavior publicly, who do you think is going to hire you? But that's another topic. Let's stay on the entrepreneurial women. Ladies, we have to make it comfortable. We have to make it acceptable and normalize other sisters helping other sisters straighten their crowns. Not everything is a slight. Okay. I've had to learn that. I am 55 years young, and I've had to learn to be humble and step back when someone more knowledgeable is imparting wisdom in me or giving me constructive criticism, which brings me to the other part of this episode, constructive criticism. Now, we sisters have a tendency of telling people, mind your business, stay out my business. Don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman. I'm so sick. I've been hearing that for years. It's tired. It's lazy, and it's not acceptable. If we're trying to be the best that we can be, and remember, we have to be twice as good. Okay. And we have to work 5 times as hard. So when you have another sister that's trying to help you shine, not in a combative way, in a constructive way, say, hey, here's another way I think you should think about this, or here's something else you should try. Why jump on that sister and tell her to mind her business? I think that we're splintering as a society because everyone wants to go to that mind your business model. I grew up in a time in New York City, in the Bronx. I would always tell people I'm a Bronx girl, and in the projects, and everybody looked out for everybody. That means your mama was looking out for us. My mama was looking out for y'all. Your mama was telling on us when we did something bad. My mama was telling on your kids when y'all did something bad. And it was a community. I see a lot of women, especially women of color, talk about community. I want my tribe. I want my community. I want to have, where sisters support each other. But the minute you get constructive criticism, it's a problem. It's not. It really is not. There are things that I look back on that I did that I wish someone would have said, no, sweetheart, no, you do it this way, or there's another way to do it. Now, I agree. It's all in the delivery, because I have a problem when someone, it's not a message. I don't have a problem with a message. I have a problem when the delivery of the message is jacked up. And that's something, I've had to work on that too, because I can be a blunt person, but you have to meet somebody where they are. So the way I look at constructive criticism is when I'm trying to offer it, I look at who I'm dealing with first. And if that person is open and receptive, then I'll give them my feedback. If that person is not open and receptive, and I know it's going to be a problem, I try to engage them in a conversation to feel them out and try to see where we have some areas where we can meet each other in the middle before I offer my input. Now, there's some of you out there that say, well, I don't want unsolicited advice. Well, people who have unsolicited advice need to mind their business. No, look, we are stronger together when we're united. Sisters need to look out for sisters. And I know that everybody ain't your sister, and all skin folk ain't your kinfolk. I get all those tropes and all of those platitudes. I understand that. But we are in a race to level the playing field in the world of business, finance, wealth building, economics, all of that stuff, politics, everything. And the way I look at the world, the way I look at it right now, it's in an all hands on deck situation. So I am my sister's keeper. I am going to offer advice and constructive criticism and feedback. What you will never see me do is tear another woman down publicly. I would never do that. I wouldn't want it done to me. I would not do it to someone else. So those of us who give constructive criticism, let's try to figure a way to craft the message better and make the delivery better. Those of us who are hostile towards anyone trying to advise, lighten up a little bit, fall back and open yourself up to new ways of thinking, new experiences, and new possibilities. Look, we in this together. We have to make this work, and we have to be able to build successful businesses, and we can't do that alone. Again, I am my sister's keeper, and I hope you feel the same. So I hope you've gotten something from this, and it's giving you something to reflect on and think about. I'm Adrienne Graham, CEO and founder of Mogul Chicks, and this has been another Mogul Chicks Chat. I want to help you build a better, more profitable company. Make sure you check out the other episodes, and if you like what you hear, share the love. Pass the link on to your friends. You can find this podcast wherever podcasts are streamed, and of course on the Mogul Chicks website. Make sure you subscribe, and if you do, leave a comment on any or all of the channels. It helps other people find the podcast too. Sharing is caring. For more information about how we work with you to grow and scale your company, visit us online at mogulchicks.com. Send an email to contact@mogulchicks.com, or you can connect with us all over social media at Mogul Chicks. And remember, that's Mogul Chicks with an X. If you're not yet part of the Mogul Circle, if you're doing over $1 million in revenue annually, what are you waiting for? There's so much value in memberships and the community. If you prefer a good program or trying to move beyond startup phase, check out the Mogul Chicks Academy at mogulchicksacademy.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. And remember, Mogul Chicks are always a step ahead of the crowd, and they're always closing deals. Mogul Chicks make mogul moves and power plays. Your move. Now go be profitable. Bye.